when I was at the rehab at RCA in 2022. I had a drug and alcohol problem, and I was just surprised to see him there. I've known him before in a whole different level, just trying to do something right in Plainfield a few years before that. But and I was going through a lot at that time. I was going through a lot in my personal life, my professional life, mentally. I was just going through a lot, and I just happened to see Father Gideon there, and he represented hope for me, because I swear I was in his office every day just talking. Like, he really I was grounded by just seeing him every day. And I came here once and just dealing with life a whole lot after that. However, I just called him maybe like 2 weeks ago. No, I mean about a week ago, a few days ago. And I told him I wrote a book, actually. I published a book on Amazon. It's on Kindle, it's on Barnes and Nobles, Target, Walmart. And this book is about peace. And I just walked into the church today and he's talking about peace. Because in fact, the world is dealing with a whole lot when it comes to, the world is mired with chaos, the world is mired with a lot of distractions, war, kidnapping, even in our personal lives, in our marriages, in our professional lives, in our spiritual lives, everybody's dealing with something. And I dealt with a whole lot. So this book really comes from a place of experience. It comes from a place of life experience, professional experience. I've been a police officer for 6 years. I dealt with a whole different kind of life. I've been in the community. So it just comes from a whole lot of experience, and I put that experience in this book. How do you deal with life, with a chaotic life? My life was a mess at some point. So me being standing here today and telling you that I published a 160-page book that is backed by biblical verses, backed by true life stories of different people, whether it's in their professional lives, marriages. Like, how do you deal with life? How do you deal with going through something? Are you just going to go numb yourself drinking or drugging? Are you just going to drive yourself crazy because you cannot manage your peace or your calm? No. So this is what this book is all about. I think this book came at the time that everybody needs to have a copy and read and know how to manage your calm, know how to stay peaceful, and not be driven by the chaotic, things that are going on in the world, in the news, in our lives, in our community. A lot is happening. So I really put a lot of research into this book, and again, real life experiences, stories, where I came from, being a drug addict, being an alcoholic, dealing with a whole lot, losing my job at some point, almost lost my wife and children at some point, because life really threw things at me. But I'm happy that by the grace of God, I was able to pull through, not just pulling through as a person, but being a beacon of hope for those people that are hopeless today. For those that feel like, life is over. Life is not over. Because if you fall on the ground and able to look up, you'll be able to rise up. And